What are you doing here?
I'm waiting for our son. Where is he?
He's supposed to be here.
You're his mother. You don't know where he is?
Why don't we start all over? Because the last time I checked, you've been gone for like 8 years.
Not my fault.
Or mine.
I need to talk to Jack.
About what?
I didn't shoot Victor. I didn't. I need Jack to know that.
Jack's not going to listen to anyone, least of all you. As far as he's concerned, you're guilty, and he's mad at the world for not locking you up in the first place.
Well, which is why I thought I should talk to the kid, you know? I mean, I feel like if we got to know one another, that might change.
But to know you is to love you?
I don't know, Blair. You tell me.
You don't know Jack.
Exactly. But I know what he did. Natalie filled me in. He tortured this kid Shane. He murdered Gigi.
That's how she put it?
Well, that pretty much sums it up, don't you think?
What do you want me to say? Our son is a monster?
No, he's a kid, and he has a lot of guilt, and he needs help, and not the get away with it kind of helping. He needs real help. The kid needs a role model.
Really? And that would be you?
Hell yeah, that would be me compared to Victor. Don't you see what Victor has done to our son?
Victor wasn't all bad, Todd. He loved our kids. Especially Jack.
What kind of love is that? Jack locked a woman in a basement. She died.
No, it was an accident.
So why can't Jack just admit it then? He needs to take responsibility for what he's done.
Victor was trying to protect him. He didn't want him to go to jail.
And where the hell were you, Blair, huh? Tell me that. Where were you when Jack was picking on a kid who has asthma, a kid who has cancer, locking some woman in a basement, killing her, and then blaming it on some other brat? Where were you? Getting your hair done?
Don't you dare blame this on me. Where were you, huh? And I'm not saying it's your fault, but it's not mine either. As far as I knew, Victor was Jack's father.
You've always been Jack's mother, so how could you let something like this happen?
What do you mean, let something like this happen? I didn't know what was going on. Jack was going to school. He was making decent grades. How was I supposed to know that he was picking on Shane Marasco?
When you did find out, did you do anything about it?
Well, of course I did something about it. I grounded him. I took away his computer. I made him shut down his MyFace account. He couldn't do anything except come straight home from school. He could go see Victor in the hospital, who was in a coma. God, I thought he was just acting out. I thought he was a boy that was afraid he was going to miss his father, lose his father. I talked to him. I tried to get through to him. I thought that I did. I marched him over to the Balsams and made him apologize. Well, I couldn't even look at those people's faces. But it didn't end there, no. He and his buddy set up some kind of trap for Shane. Yet Gigi fell into it and she died. You think I wanted any of this to happen? God, he's my son.
I don't blame you. It's not your fault. Well, not entirely. Blame Victor. He was with Jack for 8 years. 8 years is a long time. It's enough time to turn any kid into a
monster. Why don't you blame your mother here? What about her in all of this? She switches the two of you and then brainwashes Victor?
Brainwashes Victor to be more like me. Is that what you're saying? That whatever Victor did to Jack, that's something that I would have done to Jack eventually.
No, you don't
right?
know
maybe
that.
All right, let's consider the genetics, you know. I was not much older than Jack when I did what we both know I did to Marty Saybrook. Maybe if somebody's to blame for Jack's behavior, it's me.
Are you actually taking responsibility for something?
You can't tell me that it never crossed your mind that Jack is the way he is because of me. My father was a pedophile, I'm a rapist, and Jack is torturing little kids and locking women in basements. Never made that connection. You know, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Poor kid never stood a chance given the
Don't
cards
say that!
he was dealt.
No. Jack might not be a saint, but he's certainly better than your father, and he's better than you. I still think there's hope for Jack. I do. I mean, it's like what you said. I mean, he is weighted down with guilt. I think that we can get through to him, help him. I thought that he was opening up, and then Victor died, and he shut down again, back to his cold, cruel cell.
Like me, that's what you mean.
I honestly don't know what you're like anymore.
I'm gonna help our son. I am. I'm gonna get these charges dropped, and I'm gonna focus on Jack. I'll do whatever I have to help him get through this.
Good.
Sorry, I was a little rough with you. You don't deserve that.
Maybe I do. This whole thing with Jack just... it blindsided me. He's different from Stuart.
We'll fix this.
You're hooking up with Dad's murderer. Way to be loyal, Mom.
Where have you been?
Out. Anyway, what do you care? You had company.
Came here to see you, Jack. I didn't shoot Victor. I was angry at him, but I wouldn't do anything to cause you pain. I know you loved him. And I wouldn't take him away from you. Jack, I'm not done. The only reason I didn't kill my brother was because of you. I would never give up any chance that I had to bother.
Yeah, right. If you believe this guy, you're a jerk than he is. You're a murderer. You deserve to be locked in a cell for the rest of your pathetic life.
You